more often than almost any other question I get about fertility, and it's not going to go away. And part of that is because many of us work in an environment where there are young women who are childbearing age. So let's try to clear the air on this. I'd like each one of the panelists to give me your thoughts. Gita, let me start with you, and then we'll go to Kavita and then Carlos. Gita?
Sure, so let's clear the air, Mike. So number one, as a mom, as a woman of childbearing age, hear it loud and clear. The vaccine does not affect fertility, period, end of story. And by not getting vaccinated, you are more likely to get COVID-19, more likely to end up sick in the ICU, getting hospitalized. Believe me, that will impact your family planning way more than thinking about getting vaccinated. Talk to your OBGYN, they're going to tell you the same thing. This is not an issue to be concerned with.
Kavita?
Yeah, I'll just add to that the CDC recently released some updated guidance, and it was based on data, kind of what I call real world evidence, from over 103,000 women who kind of went forward and submitted data on their vaccination, fertility, pregnancy status. First of all, with fertility, we also think about miscarriages. There were no differences in terms of vaccinated people having more miscarriages. And in fact, we now know that with COVID infections, there can be a higher risk for preterm labor and some bad outcomes for the mom and baby. With respect to fertility, there have also been, across the world, several studies that have been looking at now. If you think about it, Mike, we've had billions of people receiving vaccines. So we really do have not just the trial data, but growing evidence. No differences and no effect on fertility. There's a lot of bad rumors that my patients have found on Facebook, WhatsApp, about changing their ovarian cells. There's no proof of that. These are not vaccines that interfere with your DNA. That's another reason people think it affects fertility. And then I'll just say for men, we do know, again, that COVID can potentially have outcomes on your sperm count and other factors for fertility. So I know many young men have been worried about this as well. They should ask these questions. So far, I would say, and I like to get reminded by some of the vaccine experts, we've got one next, that if you were going to see some of these outcomes, you would also generally see them in the weeks following vaccination, which is why it was really important for the CDC to conduct their registry and also for other countries to share their data. So hopefully we can dispel a very valid concern amongst men and women.
Carlos?
Well, I would just say that I totally agree with what has been said so far, but I would say that this idea that the vaccines affect fertility is fake news. It's totally misinformation that has been disseminated by people. This is absolutely wrong, and I'll give you two pieces of information besides everything that has been said. Number one, there's a paper published in JAMA showing very nicely in men who were vaccinated, there's absolutely no decrease in the sperm count. You'll see the same level of sperm motility and numbers of sperm. And number two, I'll just give you an anecdote. As an investigator in the Moderna study, while we did not enroll women who were pregnant, some of the participants that we enrolled were women of reproductive age who got pregnant during the study. And I can tell you that more women got pregnant on the vaccine arm than the placebo arm. So maybe the vaccine actually increases your fertility. I don't think it decreases it.